What's good, my percolators? Anyways, I gotta say, gee, I've really been uploading a lot as of late, and I didn't even really need to. So I think I'm gonna take a little break after Martin Luther King Day, probably. Uh, I feel like that's the best option. You know, get back in business with school and whatnot. Uh, Geez, my fingers kind of, especially my thumb's kind of messed up. That's not the point. I am a fan of six NFL teams, and sadly, two only made it to the playoffs. It would have been three if the Saints lost to the Falcons, but it is what it is. And thank God Tyler Luke missed that 44-yard field goal. Now, here's where I stand on that. Um, he's a rookie, so I immediately started celebrating, and I was like, oh, I was like, yes, we're in the playoffs. And then I was thinking, I was like, Tyler's only a rookie. And then I stopped celebrating and I actually felt bad because their whole season mattered on just one kick from a rookie. And that was wide right. So, I feel bad for him and the Ravens franchise organization. Um, will Lamar demand a trade to Miami? Maybe we've seen it before. He grew up 44 minutes away from the stadium or something like that. That was 44 miles. My fault. Um, I don't think he's gonna get traded though. I do think he will walk in free agency in a couple of years. I don't think the Ravens are going to resign him. Um, that's just my hot take on it. And Jacksonville, shout out to him. We in the playoffs. Duval. Anyway, this is a prediction video, as I love to do. I do want to say I'm sorry to Ole Miss for doubting you. I'm sorry to um Miami for doubting you, and I think it's just because of me not really knowing about college football rust. There's a difference between rust and rest, and whenever you're playing a whole month after your conference championship, of course you're gonna go out and lose. So, because you haven't played. Now, Indiana's just different. They're just a powerhouse. So I do expect them to beat Oregon. Actually, no. I still think Oregon's gonna win. And I think Miami's miracle run will continue as much as I don't want them to, because I am a Gator boy. Go Gators forever. Um, but they're gonna meet up against. I feel so stupid going against Indiana. So I just hate my friend's team. So I gotta say Oregon's gonna win the Natty, even though they're probably not. It's either gonna be Miami or Indiana, if I'm being honest. Hopefully not Indiana. So yeah, the playoffs are coming up this weekend, and it's my job to fairly um, guess and predict who's gonna win. So what matter to do? In fact, let me look at the schedule so I can actually get these games right in their order. My whole laptop is messed up. I don't know why. So there's always that. I have to get a new laptop. That's always fun. I hate my life now. Just hate it. Okay, I guess I actually gotta type it in now. NFL. Uh, sure. Let's do playoff bracket. Okay, it's not letting me click. It's not letting me listen to audio. It's so stupid. Okay, as we know, Seattle and Denver have the 1 seeds. Even though I believe the Patriots should have gotten the first seed. But hey, who am I to say anything? So, okay, they're in the um divisional. The wild card, our first game is January 10th at 4:30. Carolina and the Rams. And don't overthink it. It's gonna be Carolina losing at home to so the Rams will advance to play the Seahawks. The next game I have is it's gonna be Green Bay and Chicago. And by the way, the season has gone. Give me Chicago. I don't think Green Bay is gonna come out of this. They're gonna finish their season 9-8-1 as Chicago will go meet up against the winner of the 49ers and the Eagles. But that game is not the first game of the Sunday slate. That will be my Jacksonville Jaguars and Buffalo Bills. And do you know how I feel on that? Give me the upset. I'm taking Jacksonville to beat Buffalo. Only reason being is that Buffalo has really been sloppy over the past month, and I just don't think they can pull this off. So, giving Trev, the whole vibe is on a whole different note, and I know Jacksonville's gonna be good to come because Travis missed half the season, and BTJ was had a sophomore slump before he got hurt. So next year they're gonna be a very scary team. But yeah, you need Jacksonville to win this game. Um, Next game we have now the 49ers and the Eagles. And I was calling my friend for because they had a chance at getting the first seed and they fell to sixth due to a loss to Seattle. But in this game, I believe San Francisco is going to go out to Philadelphia, put BTA, and will meet up to play Chicago. That's how I really feel. So don't overthink it. That's what's going to happen. Justin Herbert versus Drake May. It's not even a question. Giving Drake May and the Patriots to advance. Um, Hear me out. Justin Herbert has been so elite. He's so underrated. Yet overrated at the same time. They're like, oh, he has these guys because of blah blah blah, making up random stuff. But look, he's underrated. He's constantly proven everybody wrong with his terrible offensive line this season, and the fact that he's still in the playoffs is absolutely insane. Give me the Patriots though, and then the fourth and fifth seeds are Pittsburgh and Houston. Give me Pittsburgh. CJ Stroud, I feel like will somehow struggle this game, even though he shouldn't. Give me them to win. Um, I don't know why the playoff bracket looks like this with the fifth and fourth seeds down there. I guess it's always been like that, but I do think the winner of the fifth and fourth does play the first seed. I think that's how it works in all sports, not just the NBA. So, not the point. Now, Denver and Pittsburgh. I think it's very hard to beat a team back to back times. So give, but I have faith in this Pittsburgh team to win. versus the Broncos. So give me Pittsburgh. This is not biased. That's just my opinion. Um, New England and Jacksonville. Again, not biased, even though it's probably going to be cold and snowy if, up in Foxborough. I think that's where they play. The Patriots. Give me the Jaguars. Rams and Seahawks. Now, no matter what, this one of these games, someone's going to win twice this season. And the Rams would have swept if it weren't for the Seattle comeback. And even though it is in Seattle, mark that, even though it is in Seattle, give me Matt Stafford in this upset to go on to the NFC Championship game where they will play San Francisco as they beat Chicago. Caleb Williams is an elite quarterback. I'm just like, not elite. He's a good quarterback with quite a bit of potential, but Brock Purdy, even though they have so many guys out, give me the 49ers. Championship game. I am a diehard Steelers fan, but if we're being realistic, Aaron Rodgers' final ride, I know he's going to retire after the playoffs versus young Gunners from Jacksonville. I don't know. But I do know they will be losing to the eventual champions who come out of the NFC West. And that team, that city, is actually hosting the Super Bowl. Give me the Niners to beat the Rams and win the Super Bowl over either the Steelers or Jaguars. Because I don't know where to stand on that. I feel like that game, if they do end up playing each other, will go into overtime. And both me being a Jags and Steelers fan, I don't know what to do because I like both of these teams. And now, if Pittsburgh does lose, I will stick to Jacksonville making it the Super Bowl, and vice versa. But if this does stand to where I think it will stand, I'll have my own different video on that, and me assuming who will be in the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, this has been a crazy year in the NFL, and I don't know, man. I'm